Aspinal has a chance to mount some considerable pressure on this 160.
105. CB 106.
I don't really understand that last dart, the bullseye, to be honest. I don't think he gains anything from it.
54.
No, he's still left a 3-darter, but Steve Beaton's not exactly taken a chunk out of the 160. And Aspinal takes more than a chunk, he takes the whole thing. So 101 for the first break of throw in the game. The poorest leg of the match at 15 darts. We are being spoiled here in Kiel. Bit more movement and a bit more action in the Aspinal throw.
He's not going to go for the bull. Gambles, gets the treble. Not really one of those players who'll use the bullseye to creatively make things easy for himself, Steve. Often he won't use the right segment to give himself a finish. Oh, I like it. Ooh. Double 17. Well, the marker was so good, he had a better chance of finding the treble 20 than the 18s. 1 dart at tops for Beaton. And 1 dart isn't enough, a bit like Aspinal in the last leg, and it means he's vulnerable to being broken, just like Aspinal in the last leg.
He chooses to split, yes he does. So 2 at double 16. And the split was the sensible call, and it's a break back for Aspinal. 18 darter, but they all count.
Left him on 166. But Steve Beaton has many, many fine qualities, but counting isn't really one of them. 2 treble 19s and double 16 will wrap up our first game of the night.
Nathan Aspinal could be made to wait. 11 for double 16. Now double 8. And that might be the last chance that the Adonis gets.
Well, the finishing at the start of the match from both of them was sublime. It has tailed off to being average now. But Nathan Aspinal. Oh, now. Is it 2? No, 16s. Doesn't get it. Changed his mind halfway through the shot there.
16.
Pause now. Steve Beaton takes it. Again, still clinging on for dear life in this game.
139.
139 too tricky, but he's on 104.
53.
Ton 40 just keeps him interested here. And that's exactly what he's got. And now Steve Beaton is going to be forced to go for the bullseye if he doesn't get the treble. It is the bull. And it's the bull again for Beaton. An 86 checkout on the bullseye means we're going to an 11th and deciding leg. Nathan Aspinal has the darts, but he has lost the last 2 legs against Steve Beaton, who started hitting 180s in the last couple of legs.
More of the same.
Another good visit. Ton 40 for the Asp. But he might have to take this 101.
99. Nathan 101.
Not entirely convinced that's the greatest shot with the last dart. But he will get a look at the 98. And Steve Beaton, by virtue of leaving this...
98.
Double 19. That was the danger. And it's all come from the last dart of the previous visit. He didn't need to leave 98.
52.
Now he needed to go across and leave the ton. So 52 for Nathan Aspinal to wrap up the first game of the evening. Step back, exhale. That's away.
36.
Is it Thursday night all over again? When it came to the crunch, Nathan Aspinal missing. Steve Beaton, a wild one. A wire bender. And a winner! The bronze, the Donnies, comes from behind. He never led in that match until the winning dart.
It's amazing how much that phrase has become ubiquitous over the last 3 or 4 years. If you're labelled as a Q School yo-yo, it's almost a compliment and an insult at the same time. I think the ultimate Q School yo-yo is Neil Zonneveld now.
116.
Win, lose your card, win, lose your card, win. That's the tale of his last 5 years.
Well, Ted Everts will be looking to win this first leg on the throw. Nicely done. Lovely finish from Ted Everts.
There's that first dart again. He's now having to search for a score. It's all right when you get a 1-3-4.
96, Johnny, 100.
But even 1-3-4 there wouldn't have left a finish. Johnny's already on the finish after 9 and can just lay up for whatever he wants. Should be the single 18. Just plotting his way through the game.
There's almost an inevitability about Johnny Clayton's next visit, so all Ted Everts can do is hit as much as possible and say a little prayer.
Look what happens when he gets the first dart right.
180. Johnny Reguard, 32.
Just prodding Clayton.
This one's in. You just knew it was going to kiss in because his best mate, Joe Cullen, earlier on. And Ted can relax now because all the pressure's on Johnny Clayton. Can he find a max?
140.
Well, Johnny Clayton has hit so many 1-2-1 checkouts in the last 4 years, but he's not going to hit one here.
No.
45. Teddy Rewan, 110.
Chance to just chip away at the Clayton lead for Ted Everts. 116 opened the match. Similar sort of range to try and get the second leg. It's not going to go.
54. Johnny requires 76.
The end may be nigh. Uh-oh, it's double 8.
Yeah,
and look what happens when he leaves double 8.
Clayton.
It was a fabulous performance from Clayton, especially in the last 4 legs of that contest. Does not make the final here in Kiel this weekend. Then he wants to take part in Graz and in Leeuwarden in the spring. He will have to do so via the qualifier for the tour card holders because of the way the ranking system works. He needs to defend money from 2 years ago, otherwise 95. He will be outside the top 20 of the Pro Tour Order of Merit.
Lovely dart, single 2, leaves double top. And that is a very Gerwen price checkout. 1 dart at tops is all it takes. That he's going to cut it at the elite level.
I think what I know about Graham is that when he has a good day, he can do anything. But it's a question of how many of those days he's going to have in the next 12 months, potentially.
99.
He leaves himself 100 again. Price is going to get a dart at tops again. 1 was enough in the first leg. 2 darts at double wasn't enough in leg 2.
That's so clever. So clever. The angles used on that shot were so good.
£1,000. This is new.
Sometimes playing when there's nobody there. In a room about half the size of the stage. Oh, he's going for the treble 16 route. He's feeling confident. And why wouldn't he? That blitz right there, where he's allowed to just get on with it without the heckling. When he's not heckled, you see this kind of stuff.
Right, ultimately, throw world-class darts, they're going to cheer you. And they've been doing a lot of cheering tonight. 41. Yeah, he got some pantomime boos on the walk-on. But he stepped up there. First 4 legs, he's averaging a ton. 4 legs later, he's averaging 110. And he's about to win it 6-2 by the looks of it. It's exactly what he's done. The last 4 legs, 13, 11, 14 and 12 darts. To be fair to him, he's living up to that expectation right now.
No longer is Luke Humphries an underdog as Gurney Leaves tops to register
50.
his first leg.
Luke, you require 80.
And Luke Humphries could start to run away with this game. Has to step to his left.
60. Daryl, you require
Dart doesn't
20.
follow.
2 darts missed for a 3-0 lead. Would have been a double break as well. Super chin. And he fined double 10. Keeps on a shuffling. And keeps on a missing.
Luke, you require 20.
That made no sense. The way he shuffled across, yet seemed to get further away.
Game show on the third leg.
Luke Humphries does pin double 10.
Well, another decent scoring leg. I mean, Daryl Gurney is scoring very nice.
140.
Problem he's got is at the end of legs, he can't hit anything he wants. Double 20. Doesn't get a go at that double 18 that he was trying to leave.
65.
And this would sting. I think it'd also be game over.
Yep. Another double 8 for Luke Humphries.
120. Now you require
Agony
56.
etched on the face of Cool Hand. And this is for Gurney to just stay in the contest. Double 18 is now. Nice smile on the face of Super Chin within the Luke Humphries performance, despite the fact that he is in general scoring well. That's good stuff.
It's 3 legs running now. Gurney's hit a 180. He continues to score pretty well, but that's a lovely dart. And 2 missed by Luke Humphries. Flapping his arms around in disappointment. Gurney back on the double 18. Have you done all you're missing on this, Daryl? No, you haven't. The tricky switch, as we call it.
27.
Why we call it that?
Luke requires
Too tricky
32.
for Daryl Gurney. For 5-1. Just pops next door, and the door is opened.
Pro Tour final would be a good thing. It's something he hasn't done before, but the goalposts have shifted so dramatically for Luke Humphries over the last 12 months, where he now thinks that the Euro Tour this year, well, I won 4 of these last year. Why can't I do it again?
100.
You know, maybe that's asking too much, but I'm quite capable of picking up a couple of titles on this circuit for the year. It is high expectations he's got for himself. You get a little bit of a flamingo shot there as his back leg comes up like Kevin Peterson in his pomp.
Might even be targeting a few more. Why not half a dozen? Dominant on this tour last season. 13. Would leave the magical tops. And Luke Humphries pins it to perfection. A 6-1 victory against Daryl Gurney. He's swift as Michael Smith tries to swiftly take the lead. He's not going to take the big fish. Nico Springer, no slouch though.
No slouch at all. He can still take this if he hits the bullseye. Good try on the recovery.
Michael require 110.
Every game that Michael Smith is a part of, it's fairly swift. Over to the 18s, gets the treble, and finds the double as well. Doesn't look particular.
Can almost do what he wants.
I am reliably informed as well that the darts he has, I saw this on social media yesterday, that they are a version or maybe something very similar to an old Yella Clarkson dart, because they're very intricate.
136.
Yeah, they look like they'll have been pretty difficult to craft.
A work of art, really, aren't they? Considering the amount of grooves and steps.
3 sculptures rather than 3 darts.
180.
Oh, the old dead cat 180 from Michael Smith. Is it to no avail? You bet it is. Springer takes the lead. We might be starting to hear that chant in a minute. Jerry, Jerry. 116 check out from Nico Springer, who lost the last 3 legs up to that point.
434.
It's an intriguing contest. And when you consider we've still got Peter Wright against James Wade next, Van Gerwen against Bunting, Schindler versus Weinig, an all-German clash. These guys are just warming up for that.
Well, at the start of this match, Michael Smith was wincing and grimacing. He now looks like he's yelping a bit in a little bit of pain. So,
do you know what helps though? A little bit of adrenaline.
44.
Wonderful stuff.
87.
Get a little bit of that in your veins and you feel like you can do anything in any condition.
Can't get it behind the counter.
55.
Smith. I mean, it's just incredible, really. He's clearly in pain. He's left 32 after 12 darts.
Yeah. Beware the wounded man. He can do anything in any condition. He's a world champion. But is he 5-4 up? Yes, he is. His middle finger. Well, Michael, can you get rid of this very dangerous German player in the next 6 darts? It's not going to be 3, but he won't mind as long as he hits double 18 when he comes back. He's only got possibly 1 more dart to deliver, and then he can rest it. Hurt or not? Oh, that was one of the hat stands of the year.
Likely required 36.
I thought he was going to bounce back onto the camera lens, but double 18 to win what has been another mental game of darts. No real celebration from Michael Smith. He's
every other set of darts out there, and yet, like every other set of darts out there, Peter Wright will use them, then decide he wants to use something else.
57.
But as I will keep hammering this point over and over, for the vast, vast, vast majority of times, it does not matter. Didn't like that one at all. He's just thrown 4 darts into the treble 20 and then missed the ball by a yard.
90.
Scottish fan in.
Just the one.
Well, there might be more. There might be more Scottish players to shout for on the European Tour this year. Gary Anderson looks like he's going to try and make a return.
John Henderson's coming back, even though he hasn't got a card.
No need to go double-double. That would be a silly move, Peter. So it's treble 14 is right there. And double 16 is right there. It's a 12-darter from Peter Snakebite Wright.
Doesn't make any difference.
Well, James Wade looking for a Shanghai finish. And you would think that sort of shallower angle of entry would make those shots a little bit easier, but it wasn't easy enough for the machine. Only 3 points more this checkout, but a lot trickier. 16 segment. Leaves the bullseye for a 3-0 lead. Oh, Snakebite 3-0 up. To any of them. Let's put it that way. Double 17 and tops. Ooh, he was going to go for the 14s. Is he still going that route?
He was tempted by that double 17 shot. I think he was caught in 2 minds.
Yeah, I think he was.
You require 90.
Maybe the fact that he went treble 14, double 16 in leg 2 of this match convinced him, but wasn't a full-throated effort. Double 15 for Wade. Oh, that doesn't help. He's still only got half the bed.
Over the top.
6.
You could see what he could see pretty much with that genius camera angle. Just ran out of steam in the air. Double top. Nothing in the way. Planted. 2 17 darters. We've got Vandenberg against Humphries. We've got Ryan Searle against Martijn Dracht in this half of the draw. And the last game in the top half, Keegan Brown against the winner of this. And it's looking pretty likely that it might be Peter Wright. But it's not going to be as easy as that, is it? Unless he takes the 81 now.
3 180s in the match for James Wade. 12 segment. Double 13 for the match. And Peter Wright seals it with a 12-darter. A 6-3 win against James Wade. Where he just swept everybody aside. No Nathan Aspinall came back in the final, but he was very nearly annihilated. But he had to have some fortune at the match play. He had to have fortune in the final of the Premier League, a tournament where he didn't top the league phase, of course. And in the Players' Championship finals. Cameron Menzies could have beaten him, and even Rob Cross could have beaten him despite a big head start. Michael van Gerwen had built up by playing astonishingly well in the first 10 legs of the final.
Had to reel in Gerwen Price as well in the final of the match play. So those tournament wins came the hard way, which you could argue is even more satisfactory. Bunting doesn't need to go bull, double 16. Decides to go treble 20, treble 12, double 18, and that's very, very effective from Stephen Bunting. Stephen Bunting, when he hits double 16, it's more impressive, arguably, than when any other player does it. He's throwing from further away. Michael van Gerwen throws a little bit closer than most players because he just leans so far over the hockey. A good game, this.
58.
It could be a stupendous game
77.
and a stupendous moment on the Euro Tour.
Michael van Gerwen has already got rid of the awkward treble 19. What route will he go?
Michael, 144.
Can he find another? He can, double 12!
132.
Michael van Gerwen misses the double for a 9-darter.
Well, in its debut appearance on the Euro Tour, the Wonder Reno Arena denied a 9-darter. They've got one game left after this, and it involves two Germans, and we've got a 171 from Bunting.
Michael required 12.
Just when he thought there might be a bit of life in that leg, Michael van Gerwen extinguishes the possibility. Right there, yes, we get it, cameramen. Big fish, I understand. Van Gerwen cannot deliver, and it's one of those chances. 3 times now. The 2 ones before, he didn't get a dart at double. Is this the time Bunting gets a chance to break, and can he take it?
Timing is everything in this sport. Timing on tops.
74.
And Bunting passes up the opportunity.
Double 5. And Michael van Gerwen misses and misses again. It's 11 darts at double that he's missed in this match. And Stephen Bunting, the door was shut in his face the 2 previous times. He still couldn't take out that ton-plus checkout, but he's ushered back for another crack. And Bunting leads. Stephen Bunting, who has not been broken in this game, has the darts, looking to record a first win over Michael van Gerwen. But it's there for the taking. All he's got to do is do what he's done 4 times already in this game. Hold his throw.
100. $131.
2 trebles, but it's not enough to leave a finish. Oh, it's a beaut.
100.
Could have been better.
Well, we mentioned these 1 treble combo finishes. Stephen Bunting, you said if I give you 3 chances at him, surely you'll get 1. He hasn't. He's 0 out of 3.
Stephen, you require 120.
But if he can get this one, it's a first win over MVG for 7 years.
Just below.
100. Michael,
well, it's a good setup, but Michael van Gerwen to break straight back and have the darts in the last leg. Little sidestep.
38.
Over to you, Stephen.
20.
Years and years and years, game after game, he has tested himself against van Gerwen and come up short. Does that run end tonight in Kiel? Yes, it does! The bullet gets one over on Michael van Gerwen for the first time since 2016.
Effective, as you can see.
Yeah, it's a very, I think graceful is probably the word I'd use for the stance. Kind of light on his feet, really.
Honestly, it's almost like he's about to go into one of those layback spins in figure skating, like Dorothy Hamill.
140.
Very graceful.
If you ask me to name some figure skaters, there's two I could name, and they're called Torvill and Dean. Knowledge ends after that.
91.
I hate to shatter your confidence, but they were ice dancers. Sorry, bud. I lived in a figure skating household when I was a kid. Come on.
Same thing.
I used to watch the likes of Kurt Browning and Elvis Stoiko. And
86.
Well, I'm a definite Philistine in comparison.
Well, I'm sure Martin Schindler would love to give himself the chance of a shot at double five. Oh, that's beautiful. We're just getting better and better and better in this game. Estimate, based on previous seasons, that £15,000 would get you to the European Championship.
93.
But with the added prize money now, it's probably going to be somewhere between 18 and 20, I would say.
Yeah, I think £20,000 would be virtually guaranteed. Might be a little bit lower ultimately. But if Martin Schindler does win this tournament, as it stands, could move up to 9th in the Pro Tour Order of Merit. Well into the seed places then, from around about 12 beneath, where you've got to look over your shoulder.
Hang on a minute. I feel like I've seen this before. It's not another 130 checkout for a third consecutive leg.
What, we were having a repeat then. Might be having a repeat, but from Weinig. Can he do it on the bull? He can do what Martin Schindler could not do.
In 2018, that one was won by Schindler. And funnily enough, that was the year that he made the final and lost out to Dimitri Vandenberg. But we have our first 180 from the wall. I wonder if that's a sign. If he gets through Weinig, he makes a final. It could be a bit of a vaulting platform for Schindler.
60.
But the last time they met, Schindler won again in a best of 11 match. The only time they played best of 11, it was won by Shindy by 6 legs to 3, and that was last year. This time the setup for the 1-2-1 is better than last time.
Yeah, again, not bothering to go for the 1-2-1. Didn't need to take the risk on the bullseye.
140.
Pressure applied though by Lucas Weinig. Schindler, the 13 darter to hold throw.
Martin Schindler.
Well, Lucas Weinig's race might be run here.
140.
Valiant effort.
134.
Schindler has just been too good in too many parts of this game. 14, leave tops, very, very handy, and all Lucas Weinig can do is thump in 3 cracking darts and hope Schindler can't do the same.
That was a lovely setup from Martin. When he got that 60, he just thought, right, I've got this game now, it's mine.
So Schindler to get to round 3 and a match with Damon Heta. He will be the German representative on the Sunday of this European.